Like, it's just so weird to just be like I have the beginning of the day to myself, and then like the end of the day is when I'm doing that. And then basically, like, that's it. It also sucks because there's one person who just sucks. And literally on day 2, and I think he's literally in a school by himself, like there's nobody else in his school there. He already is talking to people in the class, and it's like, and on top of that, like, I have no interest in driving, so my brain doesn't care to begin with. So like, I really have to try to listen, and then I feel like when I'm putting my energy in trying to listen, I'm not getting it. And like, it sucks, dude. It's why I think like you should make it so every city makes it so you don't have to drive, because I have no interest in it, and this, like, I can't grasp the concept if I don't care about it. That's how my brain works. It's super hard for me to care. Like, like, I feel like with financial literacy, it's like a excuse to be like, oh yeah, no, capitalism is good, you just suck. And it's like, no. Like, you can just say, but no. But with driving, I can't. I'm just stuck in this weird, like, space where I don't want to do it. So, like, my brain's trying to go back in that other space. But I know I have to do it. So then I just... like, my brain's trying to learn. I don't think I've actually tried to pay attention to something in, like, probably since, like, freshman year or something like that. Or, like, 8th grade. It's been a couple years. And it sucks, dude. I can't just autopilot. I have to actively listen. And even then, like, the environment sucks because I sit right next to someone who will talk to someone and have a side conversation, and I can't. And then, like, my brain also derails from that, and I can't freaking listen. It's why, like, I want other people to drive me, but I guess my mom also is like, oh, well, it's not reliable. And it's like, like, I honestly probably would rather go grocery shopping, because that is something I'd be like, yeah, I mean, you need to go and get the stuff so you can live, right? Like, I understand that. It's just like the driving part is just, it's stupid to me. It's why I want to move to a big city, so I don't have to go through this, dude. Because I have no interest in driving. Like, my interests and, like, what I want to learn, and, like, to be fair, I can learn some of it, but, like, singing, voice acting, and, like, musical instruments, those are, like, ones I want to learn, and I just can't. Well, the instrument I can't, because we can't afford one. But the voice acting and the singing, I technically can. But, like, I just don't want to learn how to drive, dude. And, like, the perks that come with, like, oh, the freedom, like, I don't care. Honestly, like, I'm alright with it. Maybe it's just because I've lived my whole life like it. I just don't care. Yeah, because we have today, tomorrow, Friday, which is like the schedule, and then Saturday it's in the morning, which I learned that's also like we'll do like a little bit of review, and then we legitimately take the test, which is like when we're the least awake, which I find strange. I mean, I am happy because I honestly do prefer doing it in the morning. It's just because then I have the rest of the day myself, but it's still just like I'm gonna be like the least awake for it, so like I don't know. I feel like it's not a valid, like, assessment of how well we know the content. Yeah, dude, that one dude sucks, because he's literally just, like, riding one, like, he's just doing all these, like, super unsafe, like, driving techniques. And he's just like, oh, I have a photographic memory. When literally, like, there was a part where we were given a piece of paper and, like, it was like, oh, the order to do this, right? And we just had to number it. There was a list. It was one of those where you had to number them. Oh, what in the order you do it. It was literally on the board, right? But he looked at other people's papers to go off of them when it's literally on the board, like what the order is. Also, another thing was that she was telling us like why you shouldn't put your feet on the dash because someone got in a really bad accident, and basically said that like I won't go into full details because yeah, that's another thing. There's just so many like bad like crash stories too, and it's not helping me. Because on top of not being interested, there is a fear on top of it of me dying. And so it's like, when you're just adding that more, it makes me want to drive even less. It makes me want to drive even less. And like just having to like process all we go through and like all we have to learn just to drive. It's like, man, how much more could we learn if we didn't have to freaking learn? Like, not every person had to learn this stuff, dude. And like it wasn't a necessity to learn it. Like, it's insane. Like, I feel like I could learn so much other stuff that would be more useful to me than that. Like, no, because America's entirely based off of roads. So no, of course not. It's freaking stupid. Yeah, anyway, going back to it, they were basically talking about someone was paralyzed from like, and they looked so bad the waist down they couldn't tell it was a male or female, and then that one dude said, oh, so that's the first real they them person. And he also called fat people Twinkie eaters, and it's like awesome. That's so awesome. I mean, he then said referring to himself, but even then, it's stupid. Like, don't call fat people that. Like, no, that's dumb. Like, it's freaking stupid. It's so funny too, because literally that first day we were talking about like maturity and all that too. Like, that was the main thing, was maturity. And yeah, just that was on top of that, and like, oh my god. Yeah, I'm just losing my mind. I was doing fine, like probably like yesterday, like Monday and yesterday. Well, not when I was sleeping. Like a Monday night into like Tuesday morning. That was rough. But dude, I just don't want to freaking... I just don't care, dude. I have no interest in driving. Like, I just don't. But I have to. Like, it's so freaking stupid. I feel like the grocery store is at least different. Oh, okay, well, oh no, that's the small store, or the freaking quieter one. I guess I was like, oh, it picked the freaking highest, like the loudest one. But like, I understand the grocery store, and like, I'm fine with that. Just like walking through, getting what I need, I'd be fine with that. I have a problem with having to like drive somewhere and potentially risking my life every time, dude. Like, I'm not okay with that. Like, it's freaking stupid. It's why I so like am on like pro like public transportation. It's because it's dumb. Like, not only is it bad for the environment, it's a freaking safety hazard. And like, we don't need that many cars on the road, dude. Like, there's so many negatives to cars now. This is not where the future of transportation should have taken us. It should not be mandatory to freaking do this stuff. It's why, like, if there's one AI thing I'd go against is smart cars. And that's just because I think cars aren't necessary anymore. Like, we need to move on from it. And like, it's stupid. Like, I think bullet trains are more effective too than like cars. More efficient, like. Yeah, they're 4 times more efficient than automobiles. Why are we not making bullet trains and high-speed trains? Well, it's because of the car companies. It's freaking capitalism, dude. Like, dude, I just hope that people freaking just wake up and just be like, oh yeah, that's what the issue is. It's so frustrating. It's just so frustrating, dude. My head. It hurts. I guess another thing, I think people would be against it just because, like, oh, well, this is gonna be in my way. Like, they'll just think short term, when in reality, the long term would be much better. And, like, they'd be able to do stuff. Like, yeah. And the thing that sucks, too, is that I think I plan on going until 4:30. I have 30 minutes until my class starts, so I basically have, like, 10 minutes afterwards. And then I have to go. And, like, it's stupid. It's just dumb. It's freaking dumb. I hate it. It's just like, I just don't want to drive, man. Like, I feel like also more people would, like, it should be smiled upon to not want to drive because there's less cars on the road. You know? So it's safer and more eco-friendly. Like, it's crazy. I mean, slightly more on both regards, but, like, it's still more. I did see, ironically, of all things, just, like, randomly scrolling through, like, my recommended, and just a random ad popped up of procrastination. And it said that procrastination isn't laziness, it's just, like, you dealing with negative emotions. It's like, that actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah. But, like, it was funny that I got that through, like, one of those, like, random, like, ads that look like a video that, like, you can kind of just, like, click on. It was weird that I got it from that, but... I mean, that is neat. It's good to know. Always stay informed about this stuff, you know? It's how we actually make society a better place. And not just ask why something the way it is, and then just not expect an answer. That's probably my biggest pet peeve, honestly. And I think it's just people who don't think as much. They'll do that, where it's just like, oh, why is it like this? And then they just don't do any further research. Like, it's like, well, you clearly want to know. Like, why are you not just looking into it? I don't know, I guess it's because it's easier for my brain to just, like, actively, like, search for it and, like, think about it more, but, like, I don't know. Like... Because then I feel like that's where you get conspiracy theories, when, like, you don't look into it further. Like, you ask those questions, but then don't look into it further, because then you just make up something in your head. And that's how conspiracy theories start. And, yeah, it freaking sucks. A lot. I hate everything. I spent the last 15 minutes ranting about driving and all that. Honestly, going into this stream, I did not expect that. Like, probably like yesterday, but leading up to it and like today, I'm like, yep, that's about what I expected. Honestly, I probably thought I'd go longer. I just don't enjoy it. I'm sorry, like, I prefer to learn how to ride a bike. And like, we tried that in like 5th grade or something like that, 6th grade. Which I think why I didn't was because it was like out of a necessity. Like, that's the thing, like, if it's something like that's actually I would perceive as useful, then I'll actually learn it, because that's how my brain works. I think, like, after seeing this, I actually would want to learn how to ride a bike. Like, I'd be willing to go through it. Back then, though, probably not. Because it was just, like, on a field trip, but, like, they still accommodate people who couldn't ride a bike, so that's why I think I didn't care as much to, like, learn it. I think it's because, yeah, I actually rather wanted to be, because we had to ride in the back of a golf cart, so I rather wanted to do that than actively ride a bike. I think that's what it was. So yeah, then that's why I didn't learn it. Because I'd rather do that than learn how to ride a bike. Or rode the bike around. So... It was fun too, because I sat in the back, so I just stared at the people on the bike. It was kind of funny. Yeah. I think that's just my issue, man. Like, I am lucky that, like, my way to school is literally just a straight, like the only turns I do is to turn into the school, and I guess like for parking, and then like going out of the parking spaces and then turning into onto that road and then to my house. But like I just don't care, dude. I'd much rather do other things, but like I guess it just doesn't matter because capitalism says otherwise. Don't get to choose our own destiny. Nope. Capitalism chooses it for us. I just hate it so much. It's the freaking worst, dude. I like to think also, because the reason why I mentioned the 10 minutes is like, even after I like stream, if I raid someone, like I basically can only just raid them and then leave. I can't do anything afterwards. Like I can't even like stick around and like watch them for a bit. I just actually have to sit there, or like I have to like just do that and then leave. I haven't played a game since Sunday. That was Starting Driver Z. I have not played a single game. Yeah, I think because my brain, it's hard. My brain works on routines. And so, like, it's hard for me when, like, all of a sudden my time just gets cut for my brain to be like, oh, yeah, I can still do that. And, like, I think when I actually have something coming up, like, it's hard for my brain to just, like, yep. So, like, watching videos is just a lot simpler. I think it's because, like, I'm more prepared and more ready because I hate being late. And I prefer being like super early and like the first one there than like just on time or something like that. So yeah, I think that's my issue. My mom's working on stuff outside, so if you hear stuff, that's probably her. I'm hoping that the music is loud enough so it's not too big of an issue, but it might be. Yeah, it's definitely getting picked up now. I see it on the audio thing, it's definitely getting picked up. Oh yeah, one thing I did want to do, because I was looking at I think this was Sunday night. So I was watching like 8-Bit Drummer again, and then some of other like VTubers. I'm just like, you know, what I need to do is just go back to what I was doing. And because I also was looking at a Reddit post that was just like, stream what you like. I might have said this on Sunday, but just like, stream what you like and all that. So like, I think what I need to do is just get back to like, just do what I have been doing. I think I'm overthinking it too much. Because as long as I just clip stuff, like I'm fine. You know, like if I clip stuff and it's gaining traction and people are watching because of that, like that's great. I should be doing that. And so I'm probably gonna do that with a lot of the clips from Iron Cold Clips. And if there was anything from like the main channel ones that were like 10 minutes long, or the ones that are actually under a minute that I didn't put in short form, I think I'll do that. I think I'm still gonna do the thing though where it's still the whole video, it's just gonna be smaller obviously. Because I actually saw 1x1 and it actually doesn't look that bad. Honestly, like it still covers like most of the screen. So I think 1x1 works because it's like tablet sized. It's like if you had a tablet, that's how big it would be. I just still think they should have 16:9 and you can do it horizontally, like, because the 9:16 obviously is for mobile, but like it should also be 16:9 if you want to hold it horizontally. I mean, that's just what I think anyway. Although it did seem like you could post anything, and as long as you just had shorts, like hashtag shorts on the title or something like that, then it actually would be declared a short. But I'm not sure. I don't think there were any 16:9 shorts as far as like from what I've seen. I think all of them are 9:16. I could try the 1x1, see if it works. See, I did look that and going as like, oh yeah, I don't think many people know that. like 1x1 works. Because I do remember seeing that 1x1 worked. So I'm gonna see if that works, and then if not, I guess I'll just go back to 9x16 and just do what I did before. Because the thing is, I was still getting views on those. Like, the main channel one where I had a Mario Kart one, that had like 1.5k or something like that. Like, it still had views. And even like the Wii Sports one I just shot. Well, I guess that was with the Twitch thing, and it had the whole image covered. But that also had 40. The other ones had like around 40. And like, if it's just like I get more dislikes, that's fine. I mean, who cares? Like, I feel like I shouldn't care about that. So like, I think I will just upload them the way I have been. I think I'm gonna put the orange and purple background in that I have been doing. Just obviously to take up that space. And I made it horizontal, so the orange is on top, the purple is on bottom. Because honestly, when it was like still like vertical like it looked weird. It looks better when like it's actually cut in half. At least to me anyway. So yeah, I did that. And I'm probably just gonna upload them like that. Because even on TikTok, I also had some of those that were still in that like style, where it's just a square and then like a bunch of blackness, and yeah, those also still got views. So like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with that. Like, just try that again, see if that works at all, you know? I mean, it was something I did like 2 years ago, I think, at this point. Like, just under 2 years. So, maybe I can try it again. Did I mention that I wanted to stream more? Oh yeah, no, that's what this was leading up to. That's what it was. Yeah, so part of that also was that I wanted to stream more. I think it was gonna be like Monday or Tuesday. Like, it was gonna be another weekday, I think. Because I think I still want a full day to myself. I think that's still a good idea. I think probably the Tuesday would make sense. Because Monday would give me that time to recuperate from like school that day or whatever. So it'd probably be Tuesday, if I were to guess. And then I get that day off on Thursday, and then Saturday I get that day off. Probably Tuesday. Yeah, I think it would be Tuesday, if I were to choose a day. Because I think Saturday's probably going to be the last day if I had to choose one. Or Monday. It'd be Monday or Saturday. But yeah. That stream probably just going to be like something I can just do like real quickly, like once a week. Maybe like a Tekken or I guess just throughout any of those weekdays. But just throwing like a Tekken or like Rainbow Six Siege maybe. Like just games I can just play repeatedly. I'd probably just fill those out like once a week. So I have something going on. But yeah, because the thing is also, like, with me being able to stream more, because obviously other people stream on different days than me. And the reason I say that is because I was looking at Ellie's, because last night I looked at it, I was like, oh, Ellie's streaming. Turns out I clicked on it, like, I think right as she clicked on stream. Because I saw it, like, it showed like she was live. And then when I clicked on it, it said she was offline. So I think, like, she just ended then. But I was like, she probably just got it right. And then I looked at the past ones and like, yep, she's perfectly around me. So it's like, if I wanted to rate, like, I can't rate certain people, right? Obviously. Because they could just not stream on the days I stream. So it also gives me a chance to do that. I think I won't do it until next week because obviously I have driver's ed. Why now? So I planned it for Tuesday, and yesterday was Tuesday, right? I'm not getting my days mixed up, right? Yeah, okay. Just make sure. Yeah, yesterday was Tuesday. So yeah, it'll probably be next week. I don't know though, because as I said, I work on routines, so I think it'll just basically be whenever I'm like, yeah, I want to stream on Tuesday. But I think that was the thing also, like, the Wednesday streams just started because I'm like, I want to stream then. And so then I did, and then I just kept doing it. So yeah, that's just how my brain works. So yeah, I guess it would just probably be realistically whatever day I'd be like, yeah, I want to stream. I think I'm gonna go back to how I did 2 years ago, where with the Wednesday streams I did it at 2. So I think probably that Tuesday one will be like at 2 or something like that. It's like what it is now and what Friday is probably gonna be. That's probably what I'm gonna go with. And then once my senior year starts, then that'll also be 7:30. So I think I'm gonna run with that. Probably. Because yeah, also if I stream more, it gives me a chance to get more clips. It gives me a chance to raid people, you know? Like more people. Like just all of that. And also if I stream at 2 and like it'd still go for like 3 hours maybe? I don't think so, but like yeah, I'd probably still end at 4:30. Because I'm gonna say, oh, I'd have different like times as well and I can raid different people, but yeah, no, probably not. Actually, because I think the whole point was going to be, since it started at 2, it was going to be the shorter one, so then I could do like a Tekken Siege, something like that. That was kind of the point. So yeah, that was my mindset. Yeah, I think I'm going to start doing 4 times a week. Because obviously, this is the part I enjoy doing, right? I like doing this. Maybe I don't always have like a game I'm playing, but I do like doing this. And like honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna get to a game now. I think I thought going into this I would have, but it's just because I'm not playing games, man. If I start playing them, especially on stream, because I think that's also part of the routine, is like, it's not like that like I'm not playing games, I'm not playing them on stream. So, and I think that routine like mindset is why I get locked on to so many games, is because it's like my brain's like, oh yeah, that's the routine, play this certain game, and it's like, wait a minute. Like I need to take a step back and be like, wait a minute, I need to play more than just that. Yeah, I think honestly that's why I get addicted to games so easily, is because my brain's just like on a routine schedule. So like whenever I play the game, my brain's starting to be like, oh yeah, that's a part of my routine now, and it's just like I need to not do that. I guess that's why also like I never like, that's when I started having the itch to play it then, is because I stopped playing it, so then my brain no longer sees it as routine. I think that's what it is. Huh. I think I figured it out. But yeah. So that would probably be that. I mean, with the Wednesday and Friday ones, I think one of those days will just me be like talking the whole time, even though like Sunday will probably be like me spend the first hour talking. Yeah, that I'll probably be talking the whole time. I mean, especially if I have people watching, then I can easily go hour and a half. 'Cause, I mean, I can do it like decently well, like without a chat. So like imagine if I did have one, like that'd be crazy. Like I'd definitely do it every time. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about doing, just streaming more often. It also gives me like another day, so like if one day my body's just like and like doesn't want to stream, because obviously that's happened sometimes, like then I still have 3 times a week. So there's also that. I think Tuesday or Wednesday are definitely gonna be the ones that I'm more likely to go because it's 2 days in a row. We'll see. But yeah, I've gotten better, because before, and I definitely did, and I think it was while I was playing Engage, I definitely did go on a streak where I kept like either not streaming Wednesday or Friday, and I went on for like I think a month straight. I got better at it again though. I'm back to doing 3 a week again. Even with this Jet Reds thing going on, it's going through my normal stream time, you know? I think the reason why I didn't change it is just because, like, oh, then it's like an easy adjustment back, you know? It's simple. Which is why I think, like, Tuesday it's fine, because it's an addition. And then, like, it'll be an adjustment. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just... yeah. I need to just get back to like doing my own thing, you know? Because that's what will get people to watch you. like make the clips, all that. I literally had a clip set up and then I didn't do it. Because editing is just not a part of my routine, man. I think that's the issue. Well, it's hard too because like I've said before about initially I had headphones plugged in my computer, but they stopped being super consistent. Like they so often just like don't plug in for some reason, or like they don't give off the sound. So now I'm just moving them over to my speakers. So now for me to like work on it, I'm gonna have to like use my earbuds from my phone, which is watching videos, to the editing and like to the computer to edit. And so like that's really hard for my brain to do because I'm obviously watching the videos and I don't want to edit. Like if I just had the headphones, and like it'd be a lot easier because I could have just pulled them out and then just put them on and start it. And also it gave me a bonus too in that like my earbuds wouldn't die, because I could just charge them while I'm working on the editing then too. But I can't do that now. I guess I have 2 sets of earbuds, but it's just like, I don't know, man. It's just really hard for me to do that. Now I'm almost burping again. Goody. Just doing this so it doesn't ask, oh, are you still streaming? Or still watching? Yeah. Anything stupid happen in the world? I mean, other than people just not accepting the fact that capitalism is the reason for all their problems. I mean, yeah. It's crazy to me though that Republicans are consistently rated as like having better economic policy than Democrats. Like that's crazy. I mean, I guarantee you though, it's just because people can't think and realize like, oh yeah, it's probably carried over from the previous presidency. So in reality, it's probably like the Democrat economic policy they like more, but it's just because it goes into the Republicans' term, like that they associate with them economically. And so yeah, it sucks. I wish people could think, but I think the school system also got rid of that. So now people can't think, and it sucks. Because like I don't necessarily blame them, obviously. Like I blame the school system more, because I think a lot of people do. Like they point to that as being like, yep, that's why critical thinking is like just not a thing. It's another thing that sucks too about driver's ed is just like we just get thrown all this information. Like sure, we get like these few practice tests, but that's it. And as someone who doesn't care and have no interest in it, I'm going to forget most of what it's saying. Like there's literally this whole step to be like, okay, well this is what you do when you get in the car and all that. I'm gonna forget it. Absolutely. Like, and there's just so much little stuff with like driving that I'm just going to forget. Because it's just all thrown at me, dude. And also like, it's not the best learning environment for me. And it sucks. And I hate it. I did find it weird because I asked my mom, I was like, oh yeah, you can probably take me in the morning, right? And it's not an issue. And my mom was like, for the job I have now, but I might work second shift. I'm like, that doesn't change it though. If you work second shift. Like the afternoon, yes it does, but like the second shift part doesn't change the morning part. I didn't say it to her, but I was just thinking, I was like, okay, that still doesn't change it though. Because obviously it's a lot easier to freaking organize like getting dropped off to like getting there. So obviously you know who's already there who can be able to drop you off, right? I just have to ask the person who's there, or just work it out. But like in the morning, you have no idea what's going on with like who. So yeah. I I mean, that's another thing, actually. Mom being like, oh, they're not reliable. Like, I mean, I feel like if I get told, like, the night before, I can find someone else. That's the thing. I guess because maybe my mom's thinking, like, it's just the one person? Well, I think my mom just wants me to get a driver's license, is the thing. So, like, she just doesn't want to just go down this path. Because she just wants me to get a driver's license anyway. See, I think this is honestly what's making me more, like, my mental state worse. It's just because, like, I don't want to do this, yet I'm forced to. And my brain doesn't see any reason as to why. Like, you know? Like, I get I'd be, like, super annoying to be, like, friends with, right? Because, like, there's always going to be someone who has to pick me up, right? But, like, I feel like you just have to accept that with someone. Like, that's just a thing you tell people straight up, and then they'll just learn to accept that. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but, like, I feel like there's a lot of, like, understanding people out there, you know? Who would, like, understand that. And it sucks. Honestly, like, my mom is like, okay, well, we'll get your driver's license and play it by ear, but, like, honestly, I think I still will get a backup, just in case, like, I don't get my license, just as, like, a good backup plan. Because, yeah, if I don't pass it, I don't get the registered hours or the drive times, which I think is required for me to then take the driving test. And so I think I'd have to retake the class, which, if that's the case, I'm going to lose my mind. I was gonna also, like, at one point ask my mom, like, oh yeah, we should, or I think it was Aiden, I was like, oh yeah, what summer, or yeah, what driver's ed class were you gonna take, like, what month, like, to set it up, and I was like, oh wait, no, he's at camp, and is only home on Saturdays, so never mind. That ain't happening. Yeah, I think if he was there, like, it would make it at least bearable enough for me to listen. But it's so unbearable for me, dude. And it's just like, high-speed trains are so much better than cars. Like... yeah, rail travel is so much safer for human animal life than road travel. Why aren't we doing trains? Because of capitalism, and I just... and we need to make the railroads better, because we haven't changed them since, like, the Civil War, and it's just... like, it makes me sad when I see this, because it's so obvious, dude, and it just would make life so much better. And it just doesn't matter. Because the car companies are gonna say no. I mean, I think the railway companies would be cool with it, but the car companies, which probably have more power, would be not cool with it. And then you just get nowhere, because we have so much corruption. We have the definition of corruption in our government, and just, we don't want to talk about it at all. It's just awesome. I think this is what's hurting my mental health, man. It's just whenever I see this stuff, I'm like, it could be just so much better. And I wouldn't have to worry about this at all. Like, I think, honestly, with, like, bullet trains, we probably could make it, we could make it so it actually, like, you wouldn't have to use a car. Like... they consume 10 times less fuel also. Like... It's crazy. It's crazy. Less smog, reverse sprawl. Revitalize America's main streets. Is that less suburban area then? It says remove the current tendency for cities to sprawl as wide as they can. Lots of new growth on the fringes. Neglected city center. Oh yeah, so it would just make them smaller. Like an area. I think that's what it's saying. Increase walkability. Push for more walkable city benefits. More than just to live there. Thank you. More efficient use of time. Reduce congestion. Reduce dependence on foreign oil. Safer than driving, and an economic boost. We literally get an economic boost. Why are we not doing it? It's beneficial for capitalism, and we don't do it. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? I hate American capitalism so much. I'm losing my mind. God. Why is America so stupid? I hate it. We're literally telling drivers that too, like the highway transportation system is to move stuff efficiently. Rails do it more efficiently. And it's better for transporting people. Because that was another thing told drivers said, is to transfer goods and people. Railways are more efficient at transferring goods and people. I'm losing my mind. Like, the fact that it makes more economic sense too is actually what makes me go crazy over this. It makes me go insane. Because then also it's beneficial for the capitalists too. And yet we don't do it. It's insane. Also, the fact that they said less cars, I think means like, yeah, you could realistically get more places with bullet trains. Concentrated, efficient urban growth patterns. Revitalization of city centers, promote denser mixed-use developments near train stations, reverse urban sprawl, reduce the need for extensive road networks. Thank you, and foster more sustainable and walkable communities. High cost in construction, land acquisition, potential environmental and community impacts, and the need for extensive planning. But I guess the thing, it's mostly, I think, the time for it. I think the cost part is stupid. Because America's debt is also, like, non-existent. When they're talking about, like, the debt, it's basically the debt they owe to the people. A very small amount of it's actually to, like, other countries. So, like, we're in debt to ourselves, which doesn't even make any sense. So, like, the whole, like, oh, well, like, the tax ceiling and all that, like, it's stupid. It's just a reason that they give, like, for lip service as to why we couldn't do it. When in reality, same with, like, universal health care, we can do that, and also it'd give us more money, and it'd make us less in debt. And yet we don't do it. Like, and I assume transportation would be the same way. When people bring up transportation costs, like, sure, it costs a lot in the short term, but I think in the long term, we'd be in less debt. Like... And it seems like also the cities will be smaller, which gives us more area to then build more stuff that would make our economy better. You know? So, like, I think it's just us not taking that first step. Which is what I do to people. But, like, it should be, you know, the government shouldn't be doing that. They were too worried about freaking murdering people and innocent people in the Middle East for money. Awesome. And starting World War III. Like, that's so cool, dude. Like, we're freaking out about Russian North Koreans. Like, we started this. You know, the Russia we have now is because of American capitalism. And then freaking North Korea is because we sanctioned them. And just, like... We're like, nah, we're just gonna take all Korea now. And, like, a hatred towards America. Like, we literally started this. Like, I don't know why we're the ones freaking out. It's like, we literally started this. I'm sure there's a meme for that, too. About the thing that Russia and North Korea is doing. Like, there's probably literally a meme to, like, Americans freaking out about it. Because yeah, I think North Korea actually was doing really well until America sanctioned them, and now they're freaking like off horribly. And it doesn't help also that people are coming to the States now and just like hyperbolizing what is happening over there, and like the actually like North Korean like people who study North Korea and all that, like that's not like that's way out of proportion of what actually is happening over there. And so that also isn't helping. I still think North Korea obviously is not great, as well as I think like China is obviously not perfect. Like China does some stuff that's also not great. But like, you can't just demonize a country like that. You just can't. You need to still say the truth. And yet America has tried to hide it, like, I think ever since World War II, man. And even before that, I think, as well. I think World War II is honestly the brightest spot in American history. And it's literally just because we weren't fascist. And even leading up to that, there was fascism was on the rise. And, like, Nazi sympathizing was on the rise. So even then, it wasn't even that bright of a spot, if you look into it. America's probably been, like, the worst country. Like, in its entire history, like, Germany is probably #1, and then the US is probably #2. Like, it's insane. Spain probably be like 3 or something like that. Or Britain. Actually, Britain, I guess it's how much, like, you think colonialism or imperialism, like, how much worse that was. I guess it would probably be like, in if we're going whole history, probably like Germany, Britain, France, Spain, US, or something like that. Probably. I mean, also, like, I mean, yeah, the US also did imperialism with Manifest Destiny. It's like, I don't know. I feel like that list is entirely subjective, but America's definitely up there, that's for sure. When we're told otherwise. And like, we just look like idiots, dude, like, with what we're doing in Palestine. Like, we just look like absolute freaking idiots and just like barbarians. And it's just like, I don't understand. Like, it's just for money, dude. And like, it's so frustrating just seeing all this, dude, and just being like, there's nothing I can do about it other than like sit here to freaking nobody and just rant about this stuff, and then maybe clip this, and then maybe this gets sent to other people. Like, other than that, there's nothing I can do. Like, it seems like protests are just falling on deaf ears, and it's just like, it sucks, dude. And like, even if Biden wins, it's just like, oh, cool, you know, like, awesome. Like, that's the thing. It's not even like a good win if Biden wins. It's just like, oh, cool. That's neat. Like, that's the thing. It's not even that crazy. I just wish America could get more left, but it just needs to stop being so corrupt, dude. Like, we just actually need politicians that aren't taking lobbyist money, or a very small amount, or like a left-leaning lobbyist money, which I guess you could still argue is corruption, but like, they would still at least fight some of this, dude. Like, it's so annoying. Just seeing stuff with the trains and like all that, it's like, I'm just losing my mind. Let me look up why, because Japan, I think, is like, they're definitely top 10 in Japan GDP rank. Yeah, they're 4th behind US, China, and Germany. Why is it high? Rapid development, manufacturing, progress in quantitative growth, quality, variety, and efficiency. Efficiency, you say? I wonder where that efficiency has come. Can I see most efficient economy? That's probably GDP, but let me look up like most efficient. Yeah, most efficient economies. Japan is 5th. Yeah. Oh, these are economically stable. That's not really efficient, I don't think. Is it? I don't know if that's really like efficient. Oh, it says 3rd largest here. How old is this? This from 2024 or 2023? This is 3rd largest. I guess either they passed Germany or Germany passed them. A large producer motor vehicles, electronic equipment, and steel. Green living Japan 2nd. Forward thinking Japan is 4th. Let me see where US is on forward thinking. They are not number 1. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe the US is number 1 in forward thinking. No. How is China 5th? I feel like there's like a lot better at forward thinking than America is. Like, that is dead wrong. America being number 1 is wrong. Where are they getting that from? Like, how? World's most dominant economic and military power, likewise its culture imprint, spans the world, led in large part by its popular culture expressed in movies and television. That doesn't say why is forward thinking, though. Like, what? How are they number 1 in forward thinking? Like, that's wrong to me. Like, racial equality, 73rd. Yep, that sounds like America. International influence, number 1. I don't understand how they're number 1 forward thinking. Like, no, that's... There's no way. They think like a year forward. Like, no. They are not number 1. They don't even tell you why they're number 1. They're just like, yep, number 1. It's like, cool. That's awesome. I just love that they're 73rd in racial equity. That's awesome. Land of the free, baby. 73rd. Land of the free. Forward thinking number 1 is insane. Oh, this is from 2011. I think this is right when the crash happened in Japan, so it's probably not going to have them on there. Oh, Japan's 2nd. I'm going to look up how much the bullet trains affects. .25% growth in GDP. Well, that's in Germany. There's a whole document about, like a whole study about this. Job creation, increased economic output. Induced demand for leisure and business trips. What? What is the tourism thing? I'm confused at what it's saying. I'm very confused. Oh no, they get less money from hotels. Cool, I'm glad that's a freaking negative. Like, whenever I hear negative, it's just because, oh, we don't get money. It's like, I don't care. I feel like you deserve that. You know? Like... Housing affordability? Oh, higher land values. Cool. That's so neat. Ah yes, bullet trains are obsolete. Hang on, let me see where they are as far as their ideology. Let me just see. I'm gonna go here. We search. Where's the search? There it is. What is their name? Ato. News sources. Oh, it's an organization. Say it's a think tank. Oh, they lean right. Cool. I figured. I figured they did. Oh yeah, they talk about Obama. I didn't even see that as a negative. I should have picked up on that. Like, I feel like whenever you just like, oh, but the money though, like, you're just not caring about other people. Like, when you're just like, oh, but the money though. Like, dude, whatever. I really don't care. I'd rather burn all the money in the world than freaking... Like, oh, but the money though. It's like, shut up. Money just shouldn't exist, dude. It's the single biggest barrier to freaking human tranquility and all that. We can, like, be able to live our best lives. Like, it's just the single biggest barrier to all of it. Like, I don't think I'll ever change from Marxist because of that. It's just like... money's just stupid, dude. It makes no sense why it even exists. Like, sure, like, I guess you can... I can understand why at the beginning you can infer, like, oh, we're based on a barter system, so it just makes it, like, efficient. But, like, now that we've, like, gone back and been like, oh, hey, that's actually not how it worked. Like, there's no reason for money to exist. And we've just seen, like, all the negatives it is brought way more negatives than it has positives. Way more. Like, there's literally even, like, mental consequences to money. Like, it affects people on the individual level. Like, money sucks. It's so bad. It should be freaking gone and in the ground. In the way of Adam Smith, dude. Dead. Way of Ronald Reagan. That probably would have worked better. It's the way of Ronald Reagan, man. It's just dead. In the ground. It's freaking stupid. I do hate that freaking, like, we're this close in a freaking presidential election. Who's, like, is the lowest bar to beat him? Like, the lowest bar. Because, like, nobody wants him. But then you have on the other side someone who's literally just, like, allowing a genocide to happen. And it's just like, oh, cool. What great choices we have. And then people being like, oh, we'll have a dictatorship if Trump's in power. It's like, you're literally allowing a dictatorship and your freaking, like, border policy is the same as Trump's. Like, I feel like you don't get to say anything. Like, show me that you actually care about people, and then maybe I'd listen. Like, there's a reason why if I actually was old enough to vote, I would have voted like Cornell or something like that. Just because I actually rather would have voted for someone who would have, like, cared about this stuff, you know? And would have tried to make an effort. And it speaks a lot louder. Because I live in a state that, like, isn't a swing state, so... Like, who's being elected, just, it's already decided. Like, it would speak way more for me voting like Cornell than just, like, not voting at all. In my opinion, anyway. I did look at, like, when Trump was convicted and then, like, Cornell, like, then, like, was like, oh yeah, both these options are terrible, which is fair. And then people got so mad at him, called him selfish, like, ah, yes. Uh-huh. And also, like, specifically with Jill Stein, they wanted him to work with her, and it's just like, okay. Cool. Is there, like, no Jill Stein hate? Like, what's going on with that? Why specifically Cornell getting all the hate? That's awesome, dude. It's, like, cool. It was so funny too, because someone was like, oh, I used to take you seriously. It's like, ah, yes, he called out the truth that both candidates are freaking terrible. I was gonna say awful and terrible, so I just said terrible. So, like, ah, yes, now he's not serious, and, like, he is a joke. Uh-huh. It's the freaking same thing as Jon Stewart calling both of them old. It's freaking dumb. Like, it's so funny. I also saw, like, someone be like, stop calling Biden old. But it's like, he is old. Yeah, so I should just stop telling the truth. That's right. I forgot. It's America, you know? You need to stop telling the truth. You gotta always tell a lie. That's why Rick Astley is British, man. If he was American, he'd always tell a lie. God dang it, man. Never gonna give you up. But it was made by an American. That'd be funny. Just completely destroy the girl. Like, ah, yes. That's America, brother. Freaking losing my mind. I wish I just had, like, the rest of the day to myself, but nope, I have driver's ed. Why? I'm also super loud. My mom's just out there, so I wonder if she's hearing me. Just saying this. I'm just, like, voicing my frustration. I wonder. Like, yeah, you know when like a public transportation website is also like, hey, here's why like highway rail systems are good. Like, yeah, they're probably really good, you know. I would trust the public transportation department as to why those are good. Of course, we need to freaking update the railroads, which will probably take us like several years. Because like every single one needs replaced if we need to then put in the trains. And we also need like to make the rail system and all that. And it's just like, great, dude, I love it. I'm so staunchly that just money shouldn't exist. That's why I always just like eye roll. I'm just like, but money though. Because I'm just like, oh cool. I love social constructs that we just can't understand, like, oh yeah, we can change that. Burn all the money and all the freaking, like, servers or whatever the freaking billionaires have all their money in. Just melt all of it. You know? I also love when people just don't think. Because I did love that Trump brought up, was like, oh yeah, freaking why Venezuela has less crime is because they sent all their criminals to freaking Americans. Like, that's definitely what it was. So I think he said it went down like 67% or something. And it's like, yep, definitely that massive of a decrease. That's definitely why. It's not like those people are leaving into America because of that. Because their country is so bad that they want to move to a better situation. Not at all. Which, by the way, America made that bad situation. Pretty much all the Middle Eastern, well, that is true, but also Central American, just Latin America in general, Latin American countries are like that. Because of America. Yeah, it's freaking awesome, dude. I mean, there was a thing that also came out that, like, the IDF knew that the freaking, like, October 7th, what happened on there, they knew that was gonna happen. But I know people aren't gonna care about that, because I think they got, like, no news coverage, so it's, like, awesome, dude. I love corruption, dude, so much. When you can just see right through this, but it doesn't matter, because you don't have power. Awesome. So cool, dude. My favorite. I'm just ranting again, and I really didn't think it'd happen again, but here we are. I mean, what am I gonna do? Play a game? Nah. Crazy. I'm just gonna rant how bad our country is. I do like the old man rants, except I actually like think of solutions. I don't just complain about it. Well, I do, but like I said, but I guess I didn't need to preface that, but like, I do try to find solutions for them and just like, see, this is how you fix it. Also, I feel like Japan's one of the biggest tourist spots, so I feel like the whole like, oh, the tourism is like, well, I guess it was studies, but still, like, it's still weird to me. Well, I feel like also with high-speed rails, they're not talking about bullet trains, even though, like, every time I'm looking at this, it's like, oh yeah, this is of high-speed trains. They always say high-speed. But yeah, this is for benefits for walkable cities. Yeah. Oh, this is from 2011. They were making this in 2011. Yeah, the health benefits too. That's another thing too, is like, it gives you cardio, man. You can just walk around, it's like, awesome. Give me the cardio. I love it. Yeah. It can barely argue for the positive financial impact to the local economy of not buying so many cars. We lose 1.2 million people per year to car accidents. Like, that's too many. That's too many. Like, why are 1.2 million people dying? That's what I'm curious about. Why? Like, I still don't know. I don't get it. That's the main thing for me. Because, like, car accidents, like, school shootings, all of these deaths are so preventable. They're so preventable. And yet we do nothing about them. We just sit around, just let these people die, and it's like, yep, that's okay. It's so cool, dude. It's so awesome. I mean, I guess I should figure with us allowing a genocide to happen that America really doesn't care about lives at all. They never have. I guess I say World War II is the only good thing that happened. I guess World War I also is good. I guess it's just because also Wilson was president and he sucked. Yeah. And also the Treaty of Versailles was terrible and literally allowed Hitler to rise to power. So, yeah, that was another part of it. Yeah, I think that's mainly why I said World War II is the one bright spot. Even though I think I allowed some Nazis back in just because they were so anti-communist, obviously. You know, so that's neat. Like, if I could just skip, like, this election and just go to the next one and just hope that there's a more left-leaning president, that'd be so cool. Although they probably run, like, Kamala Harris or something like that. I don't think it's gonna be a more progressive person. I mean, maybe the country will be more progressive. I think it is slowly getting more progressive, like the citizens. It's like the younger generations just are more progressive. But, like, yeah, I don't think it'll be until, like, 2032, 2036. Because I think 2032 is when Gen Z can finally run for president. We'll finally have members. Because I think 97 was the first Gen Z year. Maybe then I think for like a proper Gen Z it would probably be 2036. Which is literally what, 3 or 4 elections away. So yeah, it's not, it's a long time of just living in this hell, dude. I hate it. Can we at least get like buses or something, dude? Like, just something. Or schools should just have it so they require buses for all their students so they can all get there. That's another thing. Like, I feel like that's just that should just be a given, and yet it's just not a thing. Like, I get open enrollment, but you still should be able to provide transportation for those people. If you have an open enrollment program, I feel like you should be willing to accept that burden. But maybe I'm wrong. That one also seems like a no-brainer to me, but whatever. I also wish it wasn't so awkward for me to ride the bus. It is. Just because of where I get dropped off. It's like I don't want to ride the bus. Like, I think I'm just so down mentally because I just don't want to drive and I just have to, dude. Like, I just have to go through all this when, like, I had no desire to. Absolutely zero. Didn't care. And then I have the fear of all this piled on top, dude. And all the crash stories and freaking driver's ed is not helping. I literally, like, was having like a panic attack the first hour, and it was literally talking about organ donation because I also get like, I don't feel great talking about organs, and it's awesome, dude. Went into great detail about freaking organ donation. That was fun. I don't know. Does she have to be that loud? I don't even know what she's doing. Yeah, I'm just going insane with all this, man. Why is it so hard to just be a leftist, you know? Like, why is it so hard to just trust people? When they're like, hey, this helps people. Why can't people just be like, oh, cool? Why do they just have to discredit the people, or just like, hey, I want to help people? I don't understand, dude. And then people actually believe them. It's like, I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. That's why I would just want to talk about this stuff so much, and why I wanted to throw the hammer and gear in is for stuff like this exactly. Because I know some people aren't gonna like listening to this, but like, I feel like it's just important so people know, and so I can help people with that. Like, it was so funny too, because like someone was like doing kind of a 180 on Hasanabi, and one of their criticisms for him is because you had to do research in order to realize he's not that bad of a person. And it's like, I don't think that's a him problem. I think that's a society problem. Like, the fact that you say like, oh, people have to do research on him to be like, oh, he's actually not that bad. That's a society problem. That's not him. Because I'm sure you could say that about so many people. Like, I don't understand. I feel like most leftists, honestly, you could say that with, because they all get the same freaking nonsense thrown at them. Like, yeah, that's a society issue. That's not a him issue. I feel like if you're like, man, that's a problem that people have to go in and do that. It's like, no, you're just used to living in a world that people don't do that. You need to just teach that in schools. That's kind of part of media literacy, I feel like, also. Which, like, we kind of learned about, but, like, only a little bit. I also didn't really care, but it could just be that it's just because I already, like, my views are well established. And I do try to look for more of the truth anyway. I don't go as crazy as what, like, they were saying in the media literacy stuff, but I will try to, like, go for, like, actual good sources. You know? Your dad might just be me. And see, this was been an hour and a half. I told you I can do hour and a half streams. I mean, I have been just probably repeating myself a bunch, but I can do it. An hour and 20 in. I think this is actually about how long the NCAA football one was, when I thought I was just going to do it for a little bit and then talk afterwards. And then it was the whole stream. I think the last 8 minutes for me just talking. It was like, I don't know what to do. Yeah. Uh... What? What? I like how this person's talking about walkable cities, and then they just were like, "Oh, well, people live in the countryside need cars." It's like, that's not what they were talking about. That's not what they were arguing for. What? You know, like they weren't arguing that. They were just arguing that like the cities themselves, like, they need to be more walkable. I don't see how making walkable cities would make it harder for people in the country to drive to those places. That's not what they were arguing about. But okay. That's interesting. High-speed trains gave from downtown to downtown about the same time that air travel can, at a much lower cost. Tens of thousands of people die each year in automobile accidents, but trains are one of the safest forms of transportation we currently have. Okay. It just makes me sad. It's just because, like, this is not where transportation should have taken us. Yet I have to do this because that's how America works, baby. Even though I don't want to do this and I actually like living. It's so cool. Freaking love it. I hate this so much. Like, I feel like the thing that sucks also is like the direct democracy is like, it works good on paper, but it's just like nobody has time to vote on all this stuff. You know? Because if people actually did vote on the stuff, they'd probably vote more left, even though they vote right-wing people in for some reason. It's because they just look at Democrat or Republican and then just vote it. And it's so fun, dude. I love that. They don't care about what the people do and if they're actually better. They just are like, yeah, that's a freaking Republican. I'll vote for them even though they're fascists. It has been well documented that British pretty much just fascist. I mean, why are so many Republicans retiring? It's because the older ones are like, man, this party sucks now. Because the more sane ones are like, man, they're really bad. and that's why they leave him. And just like, what's those freaking like house polls looking like? I know like Senate, people are saying it's gonna be like 50-50. Let me just look at this. Um, 206, 211 right now. Really? Cool. Boebert's winning the poll. Well, I don't think it's necessarily Boebert. I think it's yeah, it's well, I thought Democrats were leading Colorado's 3rd district. Yeah, the last one had Democrats ahead. Why does it have it on this one that it leans Republican? Because I think also Boebert won by like 500 votes or something like that. Right? Did it say? Actually, I think if I go back, it probably says. Or not. It just hovers? Okay, never mind. So I can't tell. But let me look at the Colorado 3rd district last year. So I think she barely won. No, now my computer's going slow. That's awesome. Yeah, she won by, what is it, 600? So, that's weird to me that, they have the 3rd district leaning Republican. Because he also was leading, too, which is what's also weird to me. Now, this is like how most people see it. So most people are just dumb and like, oh yeah, Boebert won it last year. Or the last election. Yeah, this is awesome. I love it so much. It's so much fun. Ah, jeez. I can move something up my desk. Yeah, it literally had Adam Frisch in the lead. I guess it was a poll in 2023, but like, I think this is a Republican poll. Yeah. So, yeah, Republican primary. It's not even been polled, but yeah. Yeah, I love how both of them are like massively disliked. That's my favorite part. Hey, why have these guys like kept their seats? They're like still running, obviously. A lot of these are like toss-ups are actually like mostly Democrat ones. Well, except in California. A lot of these Republican ones. Like, okay, actually a lot of these are Republican ones are toss-ups. Yeah, I have no idea because I haven't seen like anybody do like house predictions. So I have like no idea. Actually, I didn't realize Hawaii had 2 representatives. Huh. Well, I think it's literally Honolulu and then the rest of Hawaii. Which is funny. It's so funny when you can obviously see like these like very Republican cities, but they have like one big city, so then you just see like one Democrat seat. And that's just really funny to me. I feel like it'd be weird though if the Democrats didn't win the House. Although I think a lot of it is like there were heavy Republican areas, I think, except for like Colorado, which was funny because what was his name again? It wasn't Bob Casey. That's, I think, the Democratic runner for Senate. It's not that guy. What was his name? But like he just basically did out to like spite Boebert and the Republicans, which I thought was really funny. Here's his name now. Yeah, that was awesome. And Montana's first district go. Red Congressional District 2020. Oops, 20-02. Okay, well, this just gave me a history of it. When's president? Yeah, he actually didn't win them by that much. Huh. The dude just looks like a Republican. Yeah, Jeanette Rankin was, I think, the first female in Congress, right? I think she was. Yeah, federal office. And I think also she was the one to vote against going to war with Japan after Pearl Harbor. I think. Yeah. I think I don't know much about like all these individual districts, so like I don't know how to like you know, organize them. I just love these districts so much, dude, because it's just like, ah, yes. They definitely represent these people. What's Ohio's second district doing? Because the dude retired. Let me see if it's like a close race or something like that. Was it close? No, it wasn't at all. It was not even remotely close. Okay. Oh yeah, it's only got more Republican. Okay. Yeah, alright. No chance. Oh, well, I was really close with that one person. And then... Or is that a different district? That might be a different district. Oh wait, no, it was close. In 2008, but it was a different person. I think. Yeah, it was a different person. And then the one dude was elected, and then they very much liked him. Yeah. Oh, and then the 2010 one, they liked him. And then 2012, this dude. And then he just swept it. So I guess actually he was a lot more popular because, well, it's still very much Republican. But it'll probably be closer than what it has been for this. And it being 75 to 25%. You know? Boo, boo. That was a Cincinnati area? Jesus. Jesus, dude. Yeah, it's no longer the Cincinnati area, but it was. Wait, its distribution is 75% urban, and yet it's that Republican? It must be, like, smaller cities. Oh, it's also the most Republican district in Ohio. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Sadness. 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 Recent election results. 1910. That's recent. Oh yeah, it's not close. Okay, cool. Died. Awesome. It's always great when the representatives just go for so long that they just die. That's awesome. Oh wow, I'm not even talking, like, man, I didn't even make noises loud enough for it to get picked up. I just breathed out, that's what I did, but it was a loud one. Like, the thing that sucks too about Driver's Ed is, like, I can't even, like, skip it, because then I just have to do it next month. Or something like that, like, I have to find a way to, like, make it up. And so, like, it's not even like, oh, if I want to skip it, then, like, I can't. Like, now I can't even do that. It's rough. The thing is also that's weird to me with, like, being like, oh yeah, they represent your area, is like, sometimes they just change throughout while the person is still, like, representative. Like, they just change the area they represent, so it's like, oh yeah, you gotta represent these people now. It's like, I don't, how does that work? You know? I don't think that's how that works. Oh, died again. Nice. Americus Vespucius Rice. What a name. What a name, dude. Americus Vespucius Rice. That sounds like a Roman name, but it's an American representative. That'd be neat, but that's not gonna happen. I need someone to make a freaking house predictions thing for me, man. Like, more than just, like, what I googled, you know? Oh, Democrats do have a higher chance of winning majority, though, it does say. That's neat. Yeah, I think people are predicting a 50-50 Senate. Just kind of... it's happening. I think it's a generic, or it's a toss-up between the incumbent senator and a generic Republican. That's a toss-up, even though it barely has 10% high of a chance. Barely a toss-up. Okay. Alright. I don't know what that was. I heard a voice. I like how it also went from a Democrat winning Senate in West Virginia to now them having a 2% chance to win it. That was a big swing. Well, I had a 0.13% bias towards Democrats on average when projecting the final margin of victory in each race. Ugh. Yeah, I just haven't said anything the last few times. I'm just looking at this stuff. That's why. I mean, also, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, get depressed about me having to take driver's ed and then go straight into driver's ed. Maybe that's how it works. I think I'm just gonna end at 4. I think I said 4:30. I think I'm gonna end at 4. Gives me at least a little bit of time, you know. Plus, also, like, I basically have nothing else to do, and it's 2 hours. Like, that's fair enough. I feel like entirely fair. Yeah. Hopefully once I'm done with driver's ed, I'm gonna be a lot more willing to do stuff. I think it's just because I'm in this area. I was gonna say Friday it might be different, but now I technically still have to go one more day of learning on Friday, so probably not. Yeah, it's freaking awesome, dude. So much fun. You know what we're gonna do for the car companies? We're gonna make it so more people die just for money for the car companies. That's what we'll do. And so I gotta freaking be scared for my life every time I'm freaking in a car, dude. It's awesome. It's so cool. Literally, when I was driving, like in November or something like that, I had to take deep breaths while I was doing it. Like, stupid. Freaking stupid, that's a necessity. Absolutely stupid. Because here's the thing, the grocery store's a necessity, but I'm not going, it's very unlikely I'd die going to the grocery store, you know? Unless I'm in a car. I'm going there. It's like... freaking stupid. Yeah, I was hoping like I wouldn't be as upset. Well, I don't think I'm as upset. The other one was like me being kind of depressed about the whole streaming thing, me not making a career out of it. But now this is me being annoyed about driver's ed. So I think about a little better spirits, but it's not saying much. You know, it's a very low bar to hit. I'm just out of it. I'm just sitting here, I guess, stewing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing at this point, you know? What am I doing? I have no idea. Ugh. Oh, now the audio mix from freaking Streamlabs is freezing up for a bit. That was awesome. I love that. I think I'm just gonna end it here again. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I mean, what's the point of me falling for any longer? Yeah. I'm gonna stretch. Okay, now I'm just hanging back here and I don't wanna do anything. Hopefully once this part of my life is done, like I can just go back to like hanging out. Not having to worry about that stuff. I don't know though. I guess technically driving is just gonna be forever in my life now. Unless I move to a bigger city. Even then, I think you have to still drive a decent amount. Yeah, I don't know. Is there any American cities like can you maneuver around any American city without car? Must run once an hour. Cool. It's just... I'm just losing my mind. Okay, if you just live locally in Los Angeles, it's fine. But if you want to go from like one part of Los Angeles to the other, you likely need a car. Which is really dumb, because I feel like with Paris, it's probably not like that. Like London. You know? You probably can still walk around them just fine. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it there. I stream every Sundays at 1:30 p.m. EST. This is my longer days. I talk about stuff for an hour or something like that. I stream every Wednesdays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m. EST, and those are my short game days. I talk about stuff for an hour and a half. You can see all my past streams at youtube.com/VoDs, and if you're watching the VODs, my Twitch, Twitter, main channel, and TikTok are all platforms are on Will6464. So yeah, see you freaking Friday for me probably being as in a bad of a mood. Bye.